we doing? My name is Abigail B. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very thankful that you've arrived, and if you are new here and you're thinking, what's this channel all about? I am an interior designer, so I show you videos and I tell you tips and tricks on how to really optimize your space to meet its full potential. And yeah, I also show you behind the scenes as my life as an interior designer and a mother and so many other hats that I wear. So it's all about home and lifestyle, about being refined and being stylish. Aesthetically pleasing is my ethos. So yeah, thank you so much for coming back, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so on this video, I want to be talking about how to style your home so it looks classy, refined and opulent. That expensive taste, you know, the finishing touches, the things that really does allow the space to scream luxury. Now, I've had so many videos on this, but this is a little bit of a different twist and maybe a reminder. So yes, please take your pen and paper if you want to, or a cup of tea or drink, and sit down and take notes of these. These are my top 5 at the moment, but there are so many. And as I said, I've got other videos which I will link somewhere. Now, my top 5. So the first thing I want to say is about colors. And when we talk about colors, when we're going for a very classy kind of contemporary style design, we want to be very, very creative. We want to bring in a sense of refinement, calmness, and just very unintentional with what we're doing. And the only way you're going to be doing that is picking the right colors. Now, avoid loud colors that are just speaking volumes, like pink, yellow, orange, red. They scream and evoke certain emotions that we don't want to feel in these spaces. These spaces are meant to feel very kind of calm and put together. I'm kind of doing this action because that's how you feel when you're in those spaces. So go for a neutral base. So you want to go with creams, browns, things that are very muted and subtle and unintentional. That's what you want to go for. If you're going for white, you know, white can also be loud as well. If we're going for white, then also go for like a nice warm white. And black is a very good color in these designs as well, because what it does with the neutral colors that are light, the black just allows it to just feel very subdued and it brings it together. It's also a very nice statement piece, but with the colors as well, if you are going for more of a monochromatic scent with your contemporary design, try not to bring too much contrast in there. So if you like yellow or mustard, I would say, not yellow because yellow is too loud. If we like mustard, because again, we're trying to think about the tones and the hues in the colors, so we want to kind of, you know, bring a little bit more darkness in there, so a little bit more black. So that's why I said mustard. If you like yellow and canary colors, then just bring it down a little bit and go for mustard. So if you like mustard and you want to mix the mustard with, I don't know, brown, that's actually fine. This actually sounds really, really nice, but do that in a very subtle way. Don't do mix and matching. No! If this type of design, mix and matching is a big no-no. And when I mean mix and matching, I mean like having a mustard cushion, having a black one next to it, like very bold, because again, it's really screaming at you, and the sophistication is quite quiet in its tone. So if you like mustard, maybe go with a cushion that has a bit of mustard in there, has a little bit of black or brown in there, and it's kind of mixed up in there, and it's just very nice and calming to the eye. And also make sure whatever colors you're using, that the color is actually there, so it's not washed out. If you've got whites, make sure your whites are white, make sure your creams are creams. It has to be the color that it is. If you see anything that's kind of wearing out, just get rid of it, because that alone, that sense of wear and tear, it doesn't bring any kind of expense or opulence, and this is what we're trying to attain here. So another point I want to bring out about allowing the space to feel quite calm, collected, classy and sophisticated is about cleanliness. And I know that's the most obvious thing. Obviously you have to keep the space tidy and clean, but just take it up a notch when we're talking about cleanliness, because space, you know, when it comes to like classy designs, you want to be able to see space. It does bring luxury. It makes the room look bigger. It allows there to be a flow of energy, you can say, but the flow really does scream opulence. It brings sophistication and refinement, and it's what we're trying to do. So, you know, get rid of the dust, get anything that's a dust catcher as as well, just get rid of it. Make sure that your windows are clean. Make sure that your surfaces are clean. If it's meant to be shiny, allow it to shine. You know, if I know it's hard, you know, in terms of cleaning.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just don't have too much, because less is more. The third point I want to think about, if you want to allow the space to look quite sophisticated in your styling, is about texture. And I've spoken about this in other videos. As I said, this may be a reminder, but yeah, texture is very important, but not too much texture. And I think the point here about classy design and sophistication is that it's just less is more. You know, we don't want things screaming at you. Pow! We don't want things all at you. It's just a very kind of just very put together. Like even like my top, as you can see here, like it's just very minimal, nothing going on, just very, very simple. And the texture, you know, the silk. So when we're thinking about textures, we usually would go for linen pieces, silk. If you want to bring some velvet in there, it's a very soft velvet, you know, things that are very soft to touch. So I do particularly like texture, like that's my thing. I love texture. I don't really like shiny smooth surfaces too much, but yeah, if you're someone like me that does like kind of texture as well, then just don't do too much of it, because when you're introducing too much texture, that goes very closely, resonates with a different type of style, like Scandi or those type of like organic designs. But if we're going for a very kind of refined, classy, contemporary feel, they don't have any of those. So natural materials as well, you do want to try and avoid, and bring in some more like brass, gold. They can be shiny, but they're not too much. Get rid of any like tassels and little bits here and there. There needs to be a lot of clean lines, and it does really resonate with this type of design. The fourth thing that you want to think about also is about how, in terms of styling, is about what you're having in there. Try not to go for anything that's too trendy, because things that are trendy usually means that it's affordable, so everybody has it. It's in very popular places as well, so it's accessible to everyone. And when you have that, it just doesn't allow the space to look like it's exclusive, it's unique, it's expensive. Because let's say, you know, we know things that are expensive are, they're hard to get by. Some of them could be unique, some could be vintage pieces, and if you have something that everybody has in your home, then it doesn't really scream that kind of luxury feel. So I would say if you want to get some unique places, go to shops where they have one-of-a-kind items, go to vintage shops. You know, you don't have to spend that much. These places you can get something even in secondhand. Facebook Market. Just try not to get anything that's too trendy, any design or decor pieces that are really out there. So avoid those shops that will probably, you'll get those type of things. I'm not going to mention what the shops are, but I love them all, and I really don't want to come here like I'm contradicting myself. But yeah, there are shops out there that just try and avoid buying them if you do want to get that kind of classy look. Another thing in terms of styling, if you do want to get the kind of luxury feel to your home, I did say that less is more, but when you do have certain pieces, always go big with it. So with your plants, I would say plants is a must also in terms of interior design. I just think it just brings life into the room. It just allows the space to feel quite fresh and, you know, good flowing as well. But yeah, with this type of designs, there's certain type of plants that you want to put in there. So avoid palm trees. I would go for more like olive trees or eucalyptus. And again, as I said, it's very minimal, it's simple. You know, don't get one that has too many kind of leaves on there. Just make it look quite refined, but go big with it. Go very, very big and large. Let it take over the space. You probably just want to have like one art piece there. There's something that is more abstract. Yeah, definitely go for abstract. Try not to go for prints, and try not to go for prints that show like a city or the beach or something like that, because again, they do go with other type of design styles, and that's not what we're trying to attain here. So yeah, with the artwork as well, just go big, but just have like one on one wall. Or if you do want to bring some symmetry, you can go on both sides, your sofa or your dining table or your bedside. That is absolutely fine, but try not to have too many. And talking about dressing your walls, I've spoken about this in other videos and I'm touching on it again, but I do feel like family portraits needs to be done in a very intentional way. Have it in particular areas of your room. Like you can have it on your hallway, or you can have it on one particular wall in your living room, but make sure that you have all the same color of your frames and all the same sizes of your frames. Maybe you can go black and white. Make it look artistic, make it look like, make it flow. let it complement your design in your room. Now, I hope that those tips were useful. I hope that you're probably doing it, or you're yet to do it and you've learned something today. I will definitely do more videos like this because I enjoy talking about luxury designs and how to really try to attain that on a budget, and also really try and find ways to elevate your space, because that is what I am all about on this channel. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. As I said, please subscribe and like, comment below if you enjoyed this video, and I will be back again with another video. Do you know, I just remembered that I was meant to be doing my vlog. I've traveled recently. It was very exciting, and I was exploring the decor there, as I do. I just love looking at the interiors. But yeah, I just haven't had time to edit that video because it's very, very long. But please stay tuned for that. It is coming soon, so please stay tuned for that. It is coming. All right, I will see you in another video. Thanks, bye.